So in this video, I'm going to be doing a tour of the garden. This is probably going to be one of my last garden tours of the season, and next week's one might even be my last. So let's start. So you can find anywhere in this video that you want to check out my garden in, but I'm going to show you these first. So we have some strawberries coming in, but we're too late all the time, since the bugs and beetles and stuff like that, and the rabbits, the groundhog, the squirrels and other stuff like that, they all come through and they all just come through and decimate it. But, however, there are some flowers that are starting to come in on these sunflowers. More come through over here. Yeah, sorry my voice sounds weird. It's like 9 in the morning and I just got up. I want to get this thing out as early as possible today. And you see, you know when sunflowers are ready when they're like dark red, but not like when they're like molding. And somewhere in this giant mess of grass over here, we have more strawberries. And back here we have blueberries. Usually in like the first couple of years, they don't do much. We've gotten 1 blueberry so far. I know that's like the biggest number on earth. No number can come even close to that. Nah, I'm just joking, but yeah. That is like the biggest number of blueberries we've ever gotten here. Now we're going to be talking about the gourds, the eggplants, and the zucchini. Now, I don't see any gourds. Oh, I see one. Here, let me show you. But there's a bunch of bumblebees, and I'm trying my best not to get stung. But if you look in here, if you look right down there, you see this? That's the gourd that I'm looking for. You'll see that's very funny shaped. That's exactly what gourds are meant to be. They're meant for decorative purposes. Now I can definitely see them being used for like Halloween decorations or other stuff. These things are flowering like crazy over here, and I must say the bees are enjoying this. Now the zucchinis, they aren't doing as good anymore, but they are still producing. This right here is the ideal size of a zucchini, maybe like 5 or 6 inches. But we like to make them grow to like maybe like 9 or 10 inches. It doesn't impact the taste, it just impacts them more. It just gets us like more out of the zucchini, so that way we can get better zucchini bread. Like I'm saying, this is also the ideal zucchini size, but I'm gonna wait to harvest that. But the zucchini comes in like almost overnight. Like as soon as you see a zucchini, it's probably gonna be ready like the next day. If flowers, maybe it'll be ready in like 3 or 4 days. That's just how quick that takes. And eggplants, there's plenty over here. They're doing okay, but I don't see any flowers coming in on them. I'm guessing it's because of the drought, but you never know. They're probably just like in a down season. And we're still probably going to rip them out in like late September or early October here in 6A. Now let's take a look over at the trellises over here. And yeah, sorry for the screaming in the background. My little siblings are screaming again, just like in last night's live stream. But yeah, we do have some stuff coming in over here. Most of them are dying, like they're turning yellow. Cucumbers, they maybe like sprout. They grow in like, I don't know, like in like 3 months, and they produce for like 3 weeks and they die off. But I think we're almost at peak for these cherry tomatoes, because it looks like they're almost ready. Alright, so now let's talk about the peppers. Yeah, I'll get into our dying tomatoes in a minute, but the peppers, I'd say we've had a couple come through this year. They are a lot less affected by the cabbage tuber worms than I expected. But like, if you don't know what like cabbage tuber worms are, they're basically those like worms will be in your, like you'll like cut open your pepper and you'll notice they're in there. We've only had a couple affected by them this year. And then this row right here shows us some more peppers. You know, there's a couple coming in, but these peppers are a lot more like tall rather than like productive. Alright, so here are some more tomatoes right over here. Some of them are like crinkling up because of the dry conditions out here, and others that they're also dying. But right here we have some of the basil, and yeah, they're definitely dying. I'm guessing it's probably because we weren't able to keep up with the flowers. But you know, some of them are still alive, especially the ones over there. But it might be like something with the soil on this portion, because it's also happening to the tomatoes too. More tomatoes are coming in over here though, and that is definitely amazing me. This area is a lot less healthier than this area. But you'll notice there is a lot of leaves and branches starting to die. But over on this area, there is more basil and tomatoes that are still alive at this point. Now we have a couple of 8-foot tall sunflowers over here. And I must say, they're coming in pretty nice. Here, let me show you this one. Because if you look, there are some sunflower buds starting to come. But I am going to have to move backwards so that way I can show you, because I cannot see 8 feet tall. I'm only 5'5". I can't see like 8 feet up in the air. But yeah, we did have a couple come in. These were all the first packets, and maybe a couple more packs came in. That's all we got this year. So but more did come up. So I'm guessing it has to do with the drought. All right, so here are the rogue tomatoes, and they are actually starting to come in, believe it or not. So if you look right there are some rogue tomatoes. They're also flowering, and I know these are tomatoes because like if I take off one of the leaves and smell it, it smells exactly like tomatoes. Now let's check up on the pumpkin patch and the potatoes. Now we got one bush of potatoes, and that was this one right here. But these right over here, if you notice, there's absolutely nothing in it, and the potatoes are down there. That is because in here are actually like the potatoes, like they're still growing. Like it'll take like maybe like another week or so for them to get harvested. So yeah, let's go check up on the corn and pumpkins. Now we are up here, and we actually got our first corn plant last night. Oh, there's a rabbit down there. Not domesticated, so I need to scare it off. But I'll do that once this is done, but still. Got our first corn plant last night, and some of them do drop in because raccoons are up here, but, you know, they have to be up here for a reason. So you know what? There's nothing we can do, honestly. I mean, like, you could try to get rid of them, but, like, what's the point of even coming up here at, like, 2 in the morning? Some of these look like they might be ready soon. Yeah, I actually have we actually got 2 corn plants out of the thing last night. One of them had all the kernels, and the other one was not really well germinated, so it didn't have any kernels on it. Yeah, let's go check out the pumpkins and also some other weeds that are over here. We have our first pumpkin changing color, but we have a crap ton of pumpkins up here. Yeah, let me show you. Here it is right here. It's changing color. And you know, there's also a ton of more pumpkins to check out. And I mean, I would show them to you, but I would have to find them. And that would happen on tape, which would mean more editing for me. And editing is not the most fun thing in the world, because of my very short attention span. Alright. I think everything else here is pretty much good to go. Yeah.